Thank you for joining us for this look at some of the best stories from KPBS News this week. I'm Maya Trabulsi. Coming up, some of the migrants who recently entered the U.S. are living on San Diego's streets. Homeless advocates tell us about the challenges facing this group. A surf camp for kids with autism is in high demand. See how a day at the beach can be therapeutic for these young people and their families. And Oceanside's Styrofoam ban takes effect. We check on businesses as they adapt to the new rules. And we start with San Diego's goal of achieving zero traffic deaths and serious injuries. A decade ago, the city set 2025 as a target for that goal. But city streets are just as deadly as they were back in 2015. KPBS Metro reporter Andrew Bowen says those who have lost loved ones to traffic violence see a city government that's asleep at the wheel.
Part of moving out here and living in a neighborhood like Hillcrest is that it's a walking community. And Josh was able to work in the neighborhood.
Scott Moore is remembering his best friend, Josh Gilliland. The two moved to San Diego as a couple in 2001, fleeing the homophobia they grew up with in Kansas. They stayed friends after their breakup. Then, on the evening of June 10th last year,
Josh was walking to work, which was Cheers, a watering hole down the street in University Heights. In the same walk he stood for years.
A driver who was later charged with DUI ran a red light and struck Josh as he tried to cross El Cajon Boulevard. Josh died in the hospital 4 days later.
I don't think that I'll ever be completely whole again. We spoke almost every day, and it's just really difficult to continue to want to call him and tell him something. There are so many things that I could only tell Josh or that we would only understand.
Josh's death was especially painful because neighbors had been complaining about this intersection of El Cajon and Park Boulevard for a long time. It's enormous and confusing, and the streets are wide, which encourages speeding. Just a few months ago, a driver went off the road here and crashed into the fence of a brand new dog park, which still hasn't reopened. Scott sees Mayor Todd Gloria boasting about how many miles of streets the city is repaving, and it doesn't sit right with him.
Losing somebody when it could have been prevented, and knowing that other things are being funded, but intersections like this one behind me aren't getting the attention that they need. I mean, there's so many of them. We have a list of 15 most dangerous intersections, and this intersection didn't even make the list.
In 2015, the San Diego City Council signed on to Vision Zero, a global movement to end all traffic deaths and serious injuries. The city even gave itself a deadline of 2025. But the number of people dying in crashes on city streets each year hasn't budged. Last year's death toll was 62.
Unfortunately, we see nationally that fatalities haven't really dropped, unfortunately. Even coming back out of COVID and seeing normal types of operations and community experiences, unfortunately, we're seeing that those aren't dropping.
Bethany Bezak is director of the San Diego Transportation Department. She acknowledges the city will almost certainly fail its Vision Zero goal next year. But she says her department is still committed to improving street safety.
The Transportation Department continues to track and monitor with a police department and make sure that we understand the highest crash intersections and where some of those safety improvements are needed. And then we're really focused on utilizing our in-house teams to be able to implement those quick and easy, quick build is what we call it, types of installations. That might be just a simple crosswalk striping.
These here are quick build projects, flex posts, and they're able to be put up in a matter of days.
Laura Keenan is founder of Families for Safe Streets San Diego. She became an activist after her husband, Matt Keenan, was killed while biking in 2021. We meet across the intersection where Josh Gilliland was killed last year, next to some freshly painted bike lanes. Keenan says the quick-build safety projects with paint and plastic delineators are great for streets with slower speeds.
On streets where cars and drivers do exceed deadly speeds, they're not always sufficient. They get us, I think, 80% of the way there, but sometimes that extra 20% is life and death. And so we really want the city to focus on adding physical barriers when the travel speeds call for it.
Earlier this year, Keenan led a coalition that pushed for more traffic safety funding in the city budget. They got an extra $785,000. It's not nothing, but meaningful safety improvements to massive intersections like this one will cost a lot more. Scott Moore agrees the cheap and fast fixes are worthwhile, but they're not enough.
The bike lanes and the changes that are being made, it's awesome. It's stuff that we've wanted for so long. And there's so much good stuff happening. It pains me to see that nothing's done about some of the worst intersections in the neighborhood. And it just doesn't seem consistent with the message that like the city has given us, that saying that they are committed to safer streets.
Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.
And this week, Andrew Bowen also covered a reversal by County Sheriff Kelly Martinez. She's now embracing a policy to have jail visitors and workers screened for drugs. Advocates have long said it's necessary to reduce in-custody deaths.
Advocates for jail safety have long been urging the Sheriff's Department to screen anyone entering the jail system, even sheriff's deputies, contractors, and visitors. Screenings have previously been limited to inmates. After years of resisting those calls, Sheriff Martinez announced Thursday that expanded screenings with drug detection dogs would soon begin, unannounced and at random.
I myself will go through a screening, a contraband screening, if I enter the jails. When I enter the jails, I plan to do that myself, so it's nobody's immune. It's from the top down.
The new screening policy is welcome news to Paul Parker, who had pushed for the expansion of contraband screenings for years as head of the county's Citizens Law Enforcement Review Board, or CLERB. He publicly resigned from that job in March, in part over frustrations with the sheriff's resistance to screening her own employees for drugs.
My hope is that just the mere implementation of this program will result in people who may, and we have no proof that they were, I understand, but that may have been thinking of doing that or whatever, will think twice. And this will, even if you can't prove it, this will, I believe, save lives.
The new policy could also save taxpayers money. San Diego County jails have long had an above-average rate of in-custody deaths, largely due to drug overdoses. Those cases often result in lawsuits that end with expensive payouts to the victims' families. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.
For most migrants and asylum seekers, San Diego is not a final destination. It's a layover. But KPBS reporter Gustavo Solis says more migrants are choosing to stay in San Diego, and some are becoming homeless.
We never expected to live on the street. That's what Colombian asylum seeker Yeselia Gomez says about life in the U.S. She lives in a homeless encampment, sleeping in a tent on a dirt field off the side of the highway near downtown San Diego.
Pero sí, es algo difícil, la verdad.
The Gomez family is just one of more than a dozen living here. They're all migrants, mostly from Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Colombia, all here in search of their American dream. Albany Hernandez says this is a horrible place for her children. There's no water, no bathrooms, no electricity.
No es bueno estar en este lugar porque usted ve las condiciones. Aquí no tenemos baño, aquí no tenemos agua.
Hernandez fled Venezuela with her husband and 3 children. They've been living in the encampment for 2 months. She says they don't feel safe out here anymore.
No, ya no me siento segura aquí.
These families are part of a growing number of homeless migrants and asylum seekers. Customs and Border Protection has released more than 100,000 migrants into San Diego in the last year. The vast majority, more than 95% of them, only stay in town for a few days before reuniting with relatives or friends in other parts of the country. That's according to data from the County of San Diego. But some of those with nowhere else to go are becoming homeless.
So we've seen people from all over, right? It's you mentioned Guatemala, Venezuela, Ethiopia, Somalia.
Hanan Scrapper is the regional director for PATH San Diego.
It's just it's a crisis right now that we're trying to really manage the basic human need at the moment.
Starting last September, staff noticed migrants trying to access the city's shelter system. Since then, they've counted more than 1,100 homeless migrants. Those who have family or friends in other cities are referred to a family reunification program. And those who need shelter are referred to Our Lady of Guadalupe Church or Father Joe's Village. San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria did not respond to questions for this story. Scrapper says that homeless migrants are in particularly vulnerable situations because of their immigration status.
They may not be eligible for subsidized assistance, right? Like they may not be eligible for food stamps or medical care and all that. So we have to try to figure out to really meet their basic needs.
But they are eligible for shelter. That is, if there were any available. San Diego is already one of the most unaffordable cities in the world. Scrapper says it's common for struggling families to pay 70% of their income just on housing.
We have hundreds of people who show up at the Homelessness Response Center daily seeking shelter, and we are often turning most of them away.
And this overburdened homeless system is where new migrants find themselves in, putting their names on long wait lists for temporary shelters and even longer lists for permanent housing.
So you have this bottleneck of folks that are in shelters waiting for permanent housing and people waiting to access those shelters.
Back at the encampment, families struggle to make the best out of a horrible situation. For Yeslia Gomez, that means cooking. It is the one thing she has control over.
La comida pues en México es picante, pues o sea, uno no está acostumbrado a eso.
Food throughout Mexico was way too spicy compared to what they ate back home in Colombia. And food in the migrant shelters was always bland.
Sí, aquí bueno, gracias a Dios, pues lo que uno se consigue al menos para cocinar lo que uno está acostumbrado a comer.
But here, she thanks God for the ability to cook whatever she wants. On her makeshift kitchen, she uses a gas-powered hot plate to cook some rice with pasta while chopping onions and yucca on a nearby picnic table. Albany Hernandez is not letting homelessness get in the way of her American dream. At least not for her children.
Yo cuando llegué, a mí me dijeron que la educación aquí no se la niegan a ningún niño.
She's already enrolled them in school, where they're learning English, and they also get a trolley pass and free meals. While the kids are in school, Hernandez and her husband work.
Y si ellos ven que, cónchale, somos personas que estamos trabajando, niños que están estudiando, que nos ayuden. Nosotros no queremos que nos estén regalando nada.
She wants to show San Diego that they're hardworking people. They just need a little help. Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.
And County Supervisor Nora Vargas issued the following statement about ongoing efforts to open a migrant transition day center. This center is designed to provide dignified and humane assistance, including essential resources such as food, clothing, and crucial information to safely guide asylum seekers to their intended destinations. Sign up to our newsletters to get a list of our most popular stories delivered right into your inbox. And here are some from this week. A new California law will mandate high schools to teach students about the dangers of fentanyl. A poll finds majority of San Diego Imperial County office holders experienced threats. And nurses at Rady Children's Hospital vote to go on strike. It is summertime, and for many that means camp, including those with autism. KPBS reporter Katie Heisen visited a surf camp to see why it's doubled in size.
We're ready to get on the board. We're going to grab the rail closest to us.
On a Monday morning, surfboards line the sand of La Jolla Shore. A dozen kids and young adults practice standing up on them. All the students are somewhere on the wide spectrum of autism. Each has their own coach. Andrea Corrigy is the director of the Autism Society of San Diego. She says parents started this surf camp 22 years ago. It takes anyone over age 5, and staff says they don't turn anyone away if they can't pay. For a long time, the 4-day camp offered 90 spots over 5 weeks. But Corrigy says demand was bigger.
We were turning away hundreds of people every summer.
This year, they partnered with Surf Education Academy to double the spots. And Corrigy says they still only have a few left. San Diego has a much higher rate of children diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Nationally, the CDC reports it's 1 in 36. In San Diego, Corrigy says it's 1 in 22.
Almost every single classroom has at least one individual with autism.
Corrigy says San Diego offers better autism services than many places in the country. And military families request to be placed here to access those services, driving up the numbers. From the shore, Andrea Rolliter watches her son, Oliver. He's 7. Though he can't read yet, he's obsessed with books. Service workers,
It's like mailmen and gardeners and anything that has to do with trucks and people who work in our community, builders. He will want to know what they're doing, why they're doing it, when they're coming back.
And the water.
Loves water, loves the swimming pool, loves the ocean, just lights up around water. He is not water safe yet, but we're trying.
The camp was created to promote water safety. Children with autism, prone to wandering off, are also drawn to water, even if they can't swim. One study found they're 160 times more likely to drown than neurotypical children. Drowning accounts for a staggering 91% of deaths of children under 14 with autism. So Rollator enrolled Oliver in surf camp for water safety, socialization, and a third big reason.
Fun. I just want him to have fun. His sister, who he is a typical child, as one might say, gets to go to all these different camps, and there's really limited options for him. So I'm just excited for him to experience summer camp.
Oliver was excited too.
He was up at 6 a.m. this morning, ready to go, getting the whole family up. It's time, it's surf camp. When we got here, he got a little bit shy and a little, not so sure about it.
Rollator isn't sure how the day will pan out.
He could love it and do it, or he could just be distracted by something and then focus on that, and then whole day could go by without him actually doing any surfing.
That's why the one-on-one coaching at this camp is so helpful.
They need that person who's constantly with them, talking to them, kind of going with their flow, but also paying attention and looking at them.
Oliver's coach is Annie Devine. She says he's asking a lot of questions.
What are we doing? Where are we going? What are we doing later? Who is this? What is that person doing?
She says coaching these children is a lot more visual and less auditory.
You have to really demonstrate more because there's a lot of communication differences, and a lot of times you have to figure out how that specific camper communicates and receives information.
Before the morning was over, Devine and Oliver rode the waves together on the board. She's confident that by the end of the week, she can get him surfing on his own. She says she's seen it before in similar students.
Genuinely surprised me when I was paired up with a camper who didn't even want to get off the blanket, didn't want to touch the sand, didn't want to do anything, and was just scared of everything and shy, and by the end of the week she was surfing.
The Autism Society dreams of expanding the camp to school breaks and weekends. Katie Hyson, KPBS News.
You can find KPBS News on YouTube. That's where we live stream KPBS Evening Edition weeknights at 5 o'clock. We also have a playlist with all of our feature reporting. Subscribe and get notified when new content is posted. Oceanside businesses and restaurants can no longer distribute styrofoam packaging. North County reporter Alexander Wynn has reactions from local businesses.
Styrofoam is actually very detrimental to the environment.
Roxana Pavel is the owner of All Mine Pizza in Oceanside. She's been in business here for 2 years and has never used styrofoam product. While compostable to-go containers may be a bit more expensive,
probably pennies.
She says that's just part of doing business.
That includes rent, labor, food, and to-go containers. So anything that we pay that we actually give to a consumer, we transfer that cost and we build it into our products. I think in the long run, it's definitely cheaper because the cost of the impact to the environment is much higher.
She says 10 years ago, it was harder to find compostable containers, but now they're available from almost every major supplier. Nearby at Matsu, owner William Ike also supports the ban.
We're actually really excited for it because we want to be a very sustainable and conscious restaurant.
He also uses compostable containers, and he hopes the ban will encourage his suppliers to ditch polystyrene or styrofoam as well. Fresh seafood is shipped to his restaurant in styrofoam containers for temperature control.
We're excited to see how they handle that, and maybe we can reuse the containers that they do come in, or we can send them back to them and they can reuse them and make it a little more sustainable.
The problem with styrofoam containers is that when you finish with your food and throw in the trash, it doesn't always stay in the trash.
it can end up on the beach and break down to these microplastics that end up in the ocean.
Fish eat this, we eat the fish. Plastic is already in my body, it's in your body, it's in the body of everyone viewing. So it's really important that local cities step up and take action to reduce it in our environment.
Mitch Silverstein with the Surfrider Foundation says that's why the ban in Oceanside is part of the city's marine debris reduction ordinance. It's something that the Surfrider Foundation has been pushing for years. It's the most picked up item during the group's beach cleanup events.
Seagulls can get into it, but also it's toxic for humans.
Styrofoam is the first phase of the ordinance. Come January, Oceanside will also ban single-use plastic bags. Alexander Nguyen, KPBS News.
A once injured mountain lion is back in its natural habitat after being healed by veterinarians with the San Diego Humane Society. The animal was hit by a car in Simi Valley last year. SciTech reporter Thomas Fudge has the story.
The mountain lion was released last month in Ventura County, near to where he was found by the side of the road last year. He was held and treated for more than half a year at Project Wildlife, based in Ramona and part of the Humane Society. Project Wildlife has the only rehab center of its kind in Southern California.
There are very few actual wildlife rehabilitation centers for mountain lions in California, so we're one of two.
This young lion, barely older than a cub, had a broken leg and surgery began quickly. The veterinarians, that included an orthopedic surgeon, repaired the animal's left tibia using a metal plate and screws to realign the bone. As the cat recovered, staff monitored him with indoor and outdoor cameras. Angela Hernandez-Cusick is the wildlife rehabilitation supervisor with Project Wildlife. She says their goal is to rewild the animals so they don't give them names and they don't try to make them comfortable around humans.
It's a normal part of being who we are. We develop attachments with our own animals at home, but it's important just to remember that, we want to see these animals all back out in the wild, and we have a very dedicated staff that absolutely understands that.
Vehicle accidents are a common cause of death for all large fauna in California, from mule deer to mountain lions. Fraser Schilling is the director of the Road Ecology Center at UC Davis. He estimates between 200 and 300 mountain lions are killed on California roads every year, and that's about 5% of their population.
That's a lot for a carnivore. For a big animal like mountain lions, they don't have a very fast reproductive rate. They need a lot of territory. And so that's a very high rate of mortality from any human cause, and possibly unsustainable.
As wild animals go, mountain lions are glamorous, iconic. But Hernandez-Cusick says Project Wildlife doesn't discriminate. If an injured skunk or possum shows up in their clinic, they will treat and nurse them back to health also. Thomas Fudge, KPBS News.
Oceanside Harbor now has its first Fishermans Market. The pop-up is happening every Sunday. Tanya Thorne recently visited to see the new option for fresh seafood in the North County.
It doesn't get fresher than that. Everything that is sold at this market is produced by the boats that dock here and the local fishermen. My name is Travis Thielens, and I'm the owner of the Fisherman's Market of North County. And we're here every Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Here we are in our first year of operation, our 10th Sunday in operation, and things are going good, and we're just trying to get the word out. It's really putting something there for the commercial fishermen that are local that didn't exist before, and it's really becoming utilitarian for them and the surrounding community.
My name's Paul Carameo. My boat's named the Aria B, and that's our fish company. The market's impacted our fishery because it allows us to directly sell our fish to the public, whereas before we would sell directly to wholesalers. The wholesaler has to obviously make money, and they basically set the prices for the market, and the fisherman ends up making less money than the wholesaler. And we're the ones that go out there and catch the fish and do all the hard work. What this market does is it gives us the option of selling some of our catch directly to the public, which the public gets to pay less for a fresher product, and we get paid more. So it's a win-win for the people that come buy fish directly from us, as well as the fishermen. The fish was caught within the last 3 days. Like, this fish was caught on Friday, it was swimming in the ocean on Friday, and now this is Sunday morning and it's going directly to people's houses.
So far, his is the wahoo.
I like halibut.
I'm easygoing. I love everything, so it's hard for me to pick something favorite. This is the second time I've gotten rock crab, and it was delicious the first time. So the benefit of having it here is it's coming right off the boat. Sometimes it's still flopping around, which is awesome for me because I want to make sure it's super, super fresh. So it's kind of nice, kind of, in a sense, breaking bread with everybody here and kind of getting some insight about like what's the catch of the week, you know, and knowing what is in season right now versus what's not, and why we might see more of one thing and not the next week.
We hope to offer more. We have other fishermen that are in this harbor as well that haven't had the opportunity to get their own booth yet because we've been so slow. There hasn't been enough disbursement of catch to be able to justify having more fishermen with more fish, because the last thing that we want is to go home with fish.
Next, what we want to do is give some demonstrations as far as how to prepare these local species, because we're going to be here every Sunday for the foreseeable future. So I want to give them more techniques into preparing them, and so they feel a little more confident in making their purchases.
Well, Comic-Con is fast approaching. The 2024 Pop Culture Festival is less than 2 weeks away, and KPBS already has some special coverage for you. Look for the Comic-Con section on our homepage. You'll find details on the schedule that was released this week. Also, some of the events happening around town that do not require a badge. We'll have a lot more in the days ahead, so please be sure to bookmark kpbs.org. And we hope that you enjoyed this look at KPBS News this week. I'm Maya Trabulsi. Thanks for joining us.